Nilofer, can you take us back to the history of your setting up a Muslim association in Thurrock?
Okay, we started the Muslim Association of Thurrock purely to have a Muslim representation in the borough, as there wasn't any. And the main reason for that was really, one, to be on certain associations such as SACRE, which is for the religious education, Interfaith Forum, things like that, and to really have a presence in the borough and just be active part of the community.
And how many members do you have so far?
I think it's no hard and fast rules, but I mean, there's quite a few families in Chafford 100. It started off very small, I think, with the immediate families, and it has really, really grown. I mean, everybody's on board, everybody's very, very supportive with what we do. We're trying to do things like coffee mornings so we can get Muslim women out of the home, give them some confidence, get them to meet other Muslim women and other women of the community, and just to really socialise and interact.
So, do people often think that when you call a Muslim association, people think you're talking about Muslim things the whole time?
No, I don't think so. It's really, I think the name is what we are. We are Muslims, we have an association, we live in Thurrock. That was the idea behind the name, is just to say what we are. But I don't think so. I think it's very much just socialising, interacting, getting people in the community, giving them confidence, just being part of the community, and just really to sort of blow away myths and preconceptions of people that they have of what a Muslim is, really. So,
and what do you think are the myths and preconceptions?
That Muslims are terrorists, Muslims are maybe introvert, they don't mix in with the community, and I think really most families in Chafford, they're quite young families, and everybody is very interactive with their community, take part in activities in schools or generally. So I think it's just the myth. I think it's the media portraying what we are, and we're not that.
In different pockets of organisations, isn't there? It does have an interesting. People often complain about the infrastructure of youth centres and community work, but there is a growing community there.
Oh, absolutely, and I think that there's a lot we could offer the community, and that's what we want to be a part of. I think to get some of our young people into voluntary work, or to help out in old people's home, or whatever it is, I think we just need to be out there and mingling and interacting with everybody.
This is International Women's Week. How would you describe the condition of the Muslim woman in the 21st century?
It's a good question, but the Muslim women in the West, and we can speak only for ourselves because we have been brought up here. We've been educated here, so we are highly independent. I think the Muslim woman wants to be out there side by side with her partner and saying, look, we're here too. We're not this image that the Taliban or whoever has portrayed of us.
But I think the problem there is it's not being a Muslim, it's cultural. It's depending on where you come from.
That's
their
right.
ideas of where women should be is different. Being a Muslim, it is that the woman is the same level as a man, has the same rights, and you stand side by side with a man. So it's not a Muslim thing or an Islamic thing, it's very much a cultural thing.
If you actually dig down into the religion itself, we are actually equal. We were given our rights of properties, etc., long before the Western women had the rights. So
So do you think the Quran is up there with the Bible, one of these wonderfully misquoted books?
I think so. I think it's with anything you read, it's your interpretation of it. It's what you want to pick out from it, whether it's negative or whether it's positive, you will. But
I think quotations are also only given not in the full context. Only that one line will be picked out, but that you won't see what's there before the quotation and what's there after the quotation. I mean, a very simple one is 4 wives. Well, there are reasons for the 4 wives, and it actually says you must treat each wife equally, and if you cannot do so, then just stay with one. And it also says you cannot do it emotionally, financially, doesn't it?
I think that was more in the times where where you're at war, and I think where there was more women as opposed to a lot of the men had died. I think that was in that context. But I think it's just a matter of what you construed from what you read, and if everything's taken in the full context and understanding, it'd be a different case, I think.